Howdy Ahsoka fans! I just wanted to do a quick review on a new cosplay outfit that I just got in the mail. It was such a wonderful surprise. I just came back from the gym and there it was on my porch like Christmas morning. So I wanted to review it, show you guys what it's like, see whether or not it's worth the money, etc, etc. So let's get to it. All right, here she is. Here's the dress. One of the main pieces. It's a print, except for at the collar where it has some pleather stitching, a zipper down the back, tank top style. Here's a seam here and a seam here, and then it's a tad bit wrinkly, but that's okay. And here's more print. They didn't exactly line up that one right there, did they? Let's see. Other than that, it looks pretty good. It comes down kind of to a point at the end. Well, let's check out the back. All right, here is the back. There's that handy dandy zipper I showed you. More print. Seams. Coming down the back, there's the printed on booty armor. Yep, this outfit doesn't come with the real booty armor. Sorry, ladies. As you see, the front comes down to a point, the back does not. We'll put this on in just a second to show you what it looks like on. But before I put it on, let's turn it inside out and see what it looks like. So here's our collar. Here's the seams where they come together in the front. We'll call those the booby seams. Seems about right, right? Okay, here's where they took it in to give the dress some shape. Okay, not too bad. Alright, so that's the inside of the front. Here's the inside of the back. That zipper comes down pretty far. Here's their seam for giving it some shape. Not too bad of a stitch job. Better than I can do. That's why I got it. I'm not a sewer. Don't have a sewing machine. Anything I sew is by hand, and I can barely make a straight line. So all in all, this dress looks pretty nice so far. All right, let's check out these grandma leggings that they sent me right here. Ooh, that's a thick waistband. Ooh, that feels like that'll be a very tight modern day corset right there. Seems like a regular pair of leggings though for Grandma Barb. Feels like they might be a bit baggy. But we'll see. We'll see. They're a nice stretchy material. Color's good. Color looks a little bit lighter on my screen than it actually does in real life. So that's a bit darker there than you're seeing right now. And it's more blue than it looks gray on my screen. Color's very important, right, ladies? Okay, let's start with the hat. This is a pleather type material. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's a clear chin strap. And here's what the inside looks like. So no exposed foam or anything. It does have a lining on the inside. And here's the back leku. Very soft and fluffy, like a pillow or a stuffed animal. Same with the sides. Less fiber fill here, more fiber fill down here, so it's weighted. I did pack that in there pretty good. Here's what the seams look like. They used a spandex type material, and underneath feels like pleather. Same type of pleather they made the crown out of. Here's what the back looks like. So here's the seams. Here's the pattern for the back. Came in with some kind of mark there. Maybe that's a flaw in the material or a stain. So there's the back. Very soft, very lightweight feeling. I feel like it was a good idea to use pleather inside here because it kind of holds its own shape, but is still lightweight. That might actually be a good idea for making a Rebels version. But all in all, it doesn't look too bad, and the coloring looks good. This is kind of like a grayish white on almost a navy blue. Maybe navy blue with a touch of gray in there. For almost the same color as the dress. Some more pleather stitched on here. And that's about it. The seams don't look too bad. I think if you were going for RL approval, you would have to cover all of this to make it look more realistic. It's very lightweight. All right, first things first, let's talk about this hat, her Leggings. Now, it's not completely horrible, but it is more child size than adult sized. I did have to give them the measurements of my hat measurement, and I feel like it is very super tight. It has a chin strap, which doesn't fit properly. It's very tight. It leaves a gap right here at your hairline, so that would definitely need some modifying. This headband, I don't know if you'd be able to tweak it or use it really at all because it's shaped so small, like for a little tiny face. That's why I say child size, because I'm a pretty small person, but this really feels like it was made for a child. If it was a little bit bigger, I feel like it would be perfect. It wouldn't be bad at all. As you can see, this is a tad bit see-through, and so you can see their seam allowance through it. Could probably tweak with that a little bit. It is a stretchy spandex type material. They didn't do too bad with the colors. I feel like the colors are pretty good. And the length. The length of her Leggings seems pretty good. Let me show you what the back looks like. You will be able to see your hair with this type of hat. So give me just a second. I cannot wear this chin strap any longer. Whew. You see what I mean about it being like cut wrong or too small for your face? That would definitely have to be modified unless you were like a little girl, and then maybe it would fit a smaller face. And the strap is just a bad idea in general because you're going to be most likely wearing orange makeup, and that would just rub it off or be in the way. And if you get the hat the right size, I don't even feel like you need a chin strap. But let me go to the mirror and I'll show you what the back looks like. Okay, here is what the back looks like. Length seems about right for Ahsoka from season 7 of the Clone Wars. If you turn to the side, it fits around your head, which is what I was saying about it being small, it feels like it fits a little tight and therefore causes a crease right back here. As you can see my hair clearly through here, which if you could get an orange swim cap or maybe a bald cap to put makeup on, that would solve that. But I feel like this seam here should have been lower, because it definitely looks a little bit strange for a headpiece. You can feel the foam batting that they used on the inside. It's very lightweight. Kind of just feels like you're wearing a pillow on your head. Here's a side view. See, I just feel like it's not a bad hat that they made, but it's just, it really feels like it's made for a child. So if you got one of these, you would definitely have to modify it. I am going to contact them and see if they can remake this for me, because it's, for the amount I paid, it's not going to work out unless I do a lot of modification, and I don't feel like I should have to. So side view again. Front view. I feel like they got the height really nice. Like the height works good. And I mean, it looks good from the front. It's just a little bit too tight. I feel like if I tried to wear this all day, it would probably cut off the circulation to my scalp. So now to review the next part, the dress. All right, so let's talk about this dress. I got a size medium, and I am 5'7". The measurements they said would fit me. And it's made out of a stretchy type spandex that just has, let me flip this, that just has a different color material, or it's not really painted on. And then on the neck, it has a seam that goes around the collar, which is not bad. But this color is just a gray, and it's supposed to be like a light muted gold or a silver. So it is just prints on the dress. But I do like how it's very stretchy, which makes it easier for fitment. All right, here's a side view. Ignore my undershirt. And here's a back view. Now you'll notice that her armor here, you won't get actual armor that looks like armor. You're just going to get this printed on the dress. So I will have to make some modifications to that. I don't know how well I like how short this dress is. I feel like I'm going to have to maybe sew in some snaps or something to keep it down, because it does feel a bit short. I'm going to go back and look at some reference pictures to make sure for Ahsoka, but I feel like it might be a tad shorter than I want it, so I might have to make some adjustments there. But it's not bad. Fits really well. I didn't have it custom made. I ordered the medium, if I didn't already say that. But I feel like you could get quite a bit more out of it, even if it wasn't your exact measurements, because it does stretch quite a bit. All right, let's talk about the side armor and belt, which is kind of incorporated all in one. It is a type of pleather, which, let me get a better angle for you. Which I feel the fit is really good. And it looks nice. It's got, you know, some loose strings that I'll have to cut out. The belt buckle feels like maybe a piece of plastic, but it has Velcro. You can see that. So it is a little bit adjustable. Definitely recommend sending in your custom measurements for the dress. Here's what the back looks like when you have it on. So as you can see, it fits pretty well in with where the rear armor is supposed to go. So if you were going to try and make some rear armor to match it, you would need a type of pleather material, which is what all this is made out of. Oh, and here's what the dress does have: a zipper in the back. Even though it's pretty stretchy, you probably won't need to unzip it, maybe at the neck. So that's nice. It does have that zipper there as well. On the sides here, they have like a keyhole cut out for maybe mounting your lightsaber. I'm assuming in Ahsoka's season 7 that she gets the lightsabers from Anakin have a mount that must be circular. So they would slide in here and into this type of keyhole to hang from the armor. And I'll give you a more close-up look when I take it off in just a moment. But I also want to show you the boot and knee armor really quick too. Okay, so let's talk about the boot armor. Let's see if you guys can get a good view from back there. I did just take it out of shipping, so it's kind of flattened in some places and got some creases that I just need to heat up and work out. Other than that, it's not too bad. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking, I think, to make it a little bit tighter in certain places around the shins. Here is what the knee armor looks like. It has a button clasp, so the knee armor is a piece of gray pleather type material. I'm assuming it's pleather, you know, it looks fake leathery. And then it has a clasp back here, a little button that makes it stay secure with some stretchy elastic to keep it tight to your knee. Looking at this, it is not adjustable. So if you did say you had pretty small knees, which I do, there's going to be no adjustment on this, but not to say that you couldn't just make it adjustable yourself. So this is how it goes on. Just wraps around the back of your knee and clips onto the button just like that. Me personally, I will test it out to see if it slides around, and if it does, I may put a piece of Velcro behind it and another piece on the leggings so that it doesn't move. But so far they seem to stay in place pretty well. This is what the back looks like with my boots. So let's talk about the boot covers now and give you a good view. See, we're just talking about the creases and shipping I'll have to work on. Or maybe heat them up a little bit and set them flat underneath something. But let me show you how the boot covers go on. So they have the same stretchy elastic as the knee covers did. And they have one at the top and one at the bottom. Let me get this one loose so I can show you. Okay, so this is what the boot covers look like. There's the inside, here's your stretchy plastic with the straps, and they are non-adjustable. They are sewn on with the tab right there. Pretty stretchy. And here's what the front looks like in that shipping crease. I'm thinking they're actually not too bad. I like them. They do flex a tiny bit, but not much. I may add another strap, because I feel like with just these two back straps, it might move around a bit, especially if you're doing a lot of walking. So I will probably add one more of these, like they did, but maybe to the bottom here, so that it can go underneath my boot, right there. I think that would be helpful. And before you order this cosplay, you could put that in the notes for them to add it for you already, which would be super helpful. But I feel like that will help it stay in place better. So let me just put this back on real quick. I'm a boot collector. I love my boots, so I already had these black boots, but I got them off of Amazon for, I think it was $30. They do have buckles on the side, so I will probably cover those somehow, or just make sure that my armor covers them. So that's the shin and knee armor. Here's a back view. So not too bad. So I guess now we will talk about the forearm armor. Okay, so there was an error in my order, and they sent me two of the same sides. These are supposed to be different. So this one is for this hand. Oh wait. Yeah, this hand. So I'm going to try this one-handed to show you because I'm holding the camera. So this is what the hand armor would look like. Let me get that on just a little bit better. Alright, so it comes about to the middle of your palm, and doesn't really wrap around the side like I would like it to, so I would probably add a piece of Velcro right there so that it would attach to the glove. And the forearm armor, here's a close-up of the buttons. So it's just some sewn on pieces of pleather. And this is what the forearm armor looks like. Back up a little bit for you. I do gotta say that this strap right here is very tight. So if you have large hands, you might want to ask them to custom make the hand armor, because I feel like if you had larger hands, which I have pretty small ones, that it's going to cut off your circulation because it's pretty tight even for mine. Now let me show you, let me set the camera down and I'll show you how these attach. Alright, so here's probably a better view of the forearm armor. The buttons, hand piece, which just slides right off. It's just got an elastic here to keep it in place. So I'm going to add a piece of Velcro here so I can keep it more down onto the glove. So piece here, that'll keep that nice and tight and in place. And I might not even use the hand strap. We'll see. See how it feels after wearing it all day. So that's the hand piece. Here is the forearm piece, and it attaches with Velcro. I needed mine a little bit tighter, so it does have some room for adjustment, as you can see. Because when I put it where it's supposed to be, it seemed a bit bulky and big, and I wanted it to be more form-fitting, like that. So that's how they attach. Now here's what the gloves look like. They do, this is the medium, and the mediums do run pretty small. I feel like this is a really tight fit here. I've been wearing it for about 30 minutes maybe to get the feel of it, and it's pretty tight. So if you have larger forearms, you might want to definitely get custom measurements on this. Like I said, this one is the medium. And here's what it looks like off. Has a seam down here, which will be underneath the armor, so that seam will be covered. And you slide it on, and it's just like a fingerless glove. These are fairly easy to make yourself if you ever did decide to do one. So I will have to get the correct opposite hand that I didn't get, but other than that, I really like these. I think the Forearm Armor is very comfortable. It's flexible. And I feel like it doesn't look bad. Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to hear your opinions. See whether or not I keep this Ahsoka cosplay and work on it to make it better, or just send it back. With shipping on Etsy, I'll put the links down below where I got it from, the store I got it from. With shipping, it was $160, I believe. It was around $30 to ship. I figure if I can have them modify, this, I will, but it's very light, so that's a good thing compared to my foam and latex one back there for my Rebels outfit. But my biggest complaint is this right here. This doesn't fit right. Could probably modify it. I'm thinking bring in these leku and attach them to this right here. And then I don't even really need that chin strap, which is just a bad idea anyway. It's like those clear bra straps you used to get. It's that plastic type material. It's a little bit stretchy, but I don't even feel like you need it because the hat fits so tight. So yeah, maybe attach it here. I can maybe use some hot glue. Another idea I had, depending on when this came in, for what these look like, they are lighted in season 7, so I'm thinking about adding maybe some reflective paint to those, so that way they kind of look like they're glowing whenever they catch the light. I think that would be a nice idea. I want to talk a little bit about the leggings before I forget to. They seem like some pretty basic leggings. They they're really stretchy though, so that's a good thing, but they're kind of like baggy, not really form-fitting, but they are comfortable. So I don't think I'll swap out the leggings. I think I'll just keep them the same because the color works. The color actually looks really good. I'm happy with that. If you guys have any questions for me about this specific cosplay, I will put the links down below so you can see where I got it compared to the pictures, and you'll be able to check out the sizing. And I am going to compare it when I'm finished to some actual pictures of Ahsoka's outfit and make sure that everything looks good. See what else I can add to make it more realistic looking. So, but the print isn't bad. I just feel like I should make these parts look more silver than gray. But all in all, I like it. I don't think it's a bad price. Not for getting a headpiece as well, which you could always cover this. You could always cover this with latex, I feel. It might make it a tiny bit heavier, but the form is already here, so that saves you a lot of time. And what it feels like underneath here is that they used the same pleather material that they did for the armor, and then they just built up here. Yeah, they just built up here, but not in the back. The back feels hollow, like it's stuffed with the same type of stuffing that, you know, they stuff these with, which would be like fiberfill, same type you'd stuff your pillow with. But ultimately they did good on the shape. I like it. If it wasn't just a little bit too tight and this crown fit properly, I think that would make a huge difference. And this is made out of that pleather type material, so you can't stretch it to make it fit better, or it would be partway in your face. And I have a pretty small face, so if yours is a little bit larger or rounder, this headpiece isn't going to work for you. So I would definitely contact and see if you could get it custom made. But guys, all in all, for $160 total, I don't think it's that bad of a deal. A few modifications, get my correct hand armor, maybe have them fix this hat, or I might fix it myself depending on how easily the company is to work with. Shipping label did say it came from China, but they, from when I ordered it to when I got it, it hasn't even been 3 weeks. So that's really fast for coming out of China and for them making it as well. So comment below, tell me what you guys think, and I will talk to you later.